Hi, I'm Lisa, and welcome to this yoga flow class. So for today's class, we're going to concentrate on the front of the body, working on the core and opening up the rib cage, the lungs, and across the collarbones over to the shoulders. So this is a really great one, especially if you have any kind of springtime allergies, seasonal allergies, and you get that little cough in the back of your throat. So we're just going to open up through the lungs today and the whole front of the body. So grab onto a bolster if you have one. If not, you can use a pillow and a blanket. So my blanket, I have a roll here. So I just took the end of it and rolled it up some. And that's going to go underneath of our chest. And we're going to start out lying back on the bolster. So go ahead and sit with your back right up against it. Take your legs out in front. And then you're going to lean back here. So you might need to adjust this roll. And if the roll doesn't feel good, you can always take that out. So that's going to help your chest lift up even more. Okay, so I'm just going to keep my knees bent, but you're welcome to extend your legs out if that feels okay. Roll your shoulders back so that each side, the inside of your shoulder blades, are pressing down into the bolster. And just let your arms come down by your sides, turning your palms to face up. And close your eyes. Just beginning to bring your attention to your rib cage. Just feeling the space there from side to side, and breathing into that space. Take a breath in, and then exhale that breath out. Breathe in, and breathe out. And then begin to lengthen your exhalation. Continue to notice your breath here in sync with your rib cage, rising and falling, and deepening, lengthening that exhalation. And taking one more round of breath. And then beginning to bring some movement back, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Turn your palms to face down, and we're going to lift up onto our forearms, so lifting your head up so that we can move the props off to the side and come back down onto the mat. So let's extend out long here. Just bring your arms by your sides. And reach your toes, maybe even past the bottom of your mat. All right, let's take a breath in here, and we're going to move the arms up towards our head. And then lift your arms overhead. And exhale. exhale, palms come down. Just let your feet open to the sides. Sweep your arms up and around. Inhale, lift overhead. And then exhale, lower down. One more time, just like that, reaching as long as you can, pressing your shoulder blades back. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower down. Okay, so this time we're going to come around again just like we did, but we're going to lift that right knee up and grab onto that shin. Just let your feet be soft here. Draw that knee in. And then release, hands come back down. And let's go around again. We're going to get that left side this time. Inhale, lift your arms up. And exhale, reach for that left shin. Draw that knee in. And then bring the left foot to your mat. Release your arms down. Bend your right knee. Okay, press your back down into the floor as you lift your knees up. Okay, bring your thighs together if that feels okay, and extend your arms out by your sides. Let's lower the knees to the left. So just try to keep that right shoulder down and lift back up. We're going to go back to the left again, lower down. So use your abs, your waist to lift your legs up. One more time to the left. And lift up. Let's go over to the other side. Maybe turning your head to the left as your knees come down. And then lift back up. 2 more times. And the last one here. And come back up to center. And bring your feet down to the mat. Hands come behind your head and lift your head up. And lift both feet up. Okay, so bicycle crunches here. We're going to take the left elbow towards the right knee. The left toes are going to tap. And switch other side. Okay, one more here, over towards that left knee. And lower your head down. Take your hands to the tops of your knees and just circle around. And then let's go in the other direction. Okay, and then feet come back down to the mat. Reach your arms up overhead and lengthen your tailbone down towards your heels. Press your lower back into the ground and then press your shoulders down. Separate your fingers wide and lift your hips up. Coming into bridge. And arms stay right where they are, but we're going to lower the hips back down. Pull your belly in as you rise back up. And lower down. Okay, one more time. Press your back to the floor, scoop your belly in. Press down into all 4 corners of your feet as you lift up. And lower down. Let's bring the hands behind the thighs. Walk your feet together. Lift your head up. And we're just going to roll up here or however you need to get there. Okay, so let's extend the legs wide. And bring your right hand to your chest. Left arm is going to extend out to the side. Flex your feet and sit up as tall as you can. And then we're going to twist over to the right. So looking out, taking your chin to look over that right shoulder. Come back to center. Exhale, twisting to the right. Inhale, center. And one more time, exhale. And come back into center. Let's switch to the other side. So extending your right arm out. Press the backs of your legs down into the ground. And let's twist to the left this time. And center. Okay, one more time. Take it over. Reach through those right fingers. And then come back to center. Reach that right shoulder back. And release it down. Hands come to the outsides of your legs as you bend your knees and bring your feet in front. And then let's come up into table. Okay, so once you're in table here, really plant your palms down, especially press down through the first finger and the thumb. And we're just going to move side to side here. You can lean into that stretch on each side. And then let's come back to center, knees underneath the hips. Let's start by lifting the right arm. So take an inhale, lift up, and we're going to circle it around. So if you want to look out over your shoulder, let's go around 2 more times. Reach through your fingers, reach long, twist through the waist as you look back. And this last one, we're going to bring that hand right to the side of our back. So right by your right hip. And then press your elbow back as you twist. And look up or out past that shoulder. And then release, coming back down to center. Let's switch to the other side. So starting by lifting that left arm up. And exhale around. Inhale, lift. And exhale. All right, one more time here. Bringing that hand right by your hip. Pressing that hip down. And then pulling your elbow back as you turn. So right arm is rooting you down here. It's nice and strong, actually lifting you up. And come back to center. Let's come to sit on our heels. Now, if that's not possible, you can always come to just a comfortable seat. Lower your chin to the chest. And then let's lift the head up and back, stretching out the front of the throat. And then bring your chin down again. And lifting back up. And bringing your chin to neutral. Let's turn to look out over that right shoulder. So drawing your right hip back, left hip forward, and then come back to center and over to the other side. Come back center, and let's do each side one more time. And then coming back to center. Take your hands, your fingers to the tops of your shoulders. And we're going to lift the shoulders up and back. Take a breath, inhale as you lift the elbows up. exhale, feeling that space across the front of your body. Lift up, inhale, and exhale. One more time, inhale, and release. Hands come behind your head this time. So keep sitting up tall here, lifting your rib cage away from your waist. And then bring your elbows in front. So maybe the elbows touch, maybe not. And open up here, maybe even lifting your head up, adding that little bit of a back bend for more breath, more space in the chest. Let's do 2 more times. And last one. And open up here, hold this one, and root your tailbone down, squeeze your belly in. Take a deep breath. And then bring your head back down to neutral. Let's lift our hips up off of our heels, walk your hands out, and curl the toes under for down dog. So press your outer upper arms down and back. Okay, so we're going to bring that right hand behind our head. The elbow's going to come out to the side. And then we're going to open up here into a twist. And turn your hips back square. Bring that right hand down. Push your tailbone up and back into down dog. And then let's switch. Left hand comes over, and then we're going to twist again. And turn your hips back down. Bring both hands down. Push your tailbone up. Inhale, right leg rises. Bend the knee, and we step it up. Low lunge. So I'm going to keep my back knee up today. You have the option, you can always bring that down if you want. So maybe coming to your fingertips, lifting your chest up, reaching through the crown of your head, and drawing this front knee in towards your belly button. Now take a small step up with that back foot as we lift up into crescent lunge. Inhale, arms come up. Maybe tilting your chin up, reaching long through each side of your waist. And then lower that back heel as we open for warrior 2. Okay, so we're going to roll the shoulders forward. Bring your hands behind, and fingers are going to point up as you try to bring your hands together. Don't worry about this one too much. If it doesn't work, you can grab opposite elbows. So the base of my hands aren't going to come together. No big deal. But then lift your chest up, root your tailbone down, and then turn your head to look out over that front shoulder. Take one more breath here. And then bring both hands down. We're going to wrap them underneath of that front thigh. Interlace your fingers. Turn your hips towards the top of your mat. Step the back leg up. And then we sink it down into chair. So shoulders are dropping down, down your back as you're pressing your thigh into your palms. And then press even more into that right hamstring as you lift that leg up. So rooting down through the left foot, lifting up tall. And then release that leg down. Coming to mountain pose, let's take a flow, inhale, lift, and exhale. Inhale, half lift, so lift and lengthen here. Exhale, plant your hands down, step it back into plank, and lower down. Inhale, lift, and exhale, down dog. So pressing the tailbone up, lifting the hips, scooping the belly in. Okay, so we're going to add that hand behind the head, left arm this time, left hand, and then turning. And then let's switch to the other side. Open up your chest, wrap that top shoulder back. And then hand comes down, press your hips up. Let's inhale, left leg lifts this time. Bend the knee, step it up, low lunge. So I'm going to keep my knee up again on this one. Press that back, heel back. And then let's take that small step up with the back foot. Inhale, start to lift your upper body up. Now when you get here to the top, let your shoulders drop down. Separate your fingers and turn your palms in towards each other. Woo. And then let's lower that back heel down, finding warrior two. All right, so rolling your shoulders forward, bringing your hands behind, either grabbing opposite elbows or trying to bring your palms together with the fingers up. And then turning to look out over that front knee. Pressing that knee towards the left side of your mat. And then release your hands down. We're going to wrap the fingers underneath of that front thigh and press into your thigh, your hamstring. Turn your hips towards the front and step that back leg up. And then sink down for chair. So once you sink down here, your lower body is lowering down, grounding you down, but then you're lifting your upper body up. And then we're going to stand here, so grab onto that thigh, lift it up with you as you rise up. Take a breath. And then let's release and take that flow. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, let go here, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back, and lower down. Inhale, lift, and exhale, down dog. Inhale, look to the top of your mat, and let's walk up, coming back to that half lift. And exhale, fold. And inhale, rise to stand. Sweep your arms up, palms together, down to heart center, and we're going to sink it right down into chair. And then extend your arms out in front. We're going to add eagle arms here. So wrapping your left arm underneath of your right, and then lift your elbows up. Press your shoulders back, pull your belly in. Maybe sink down a little lower. And then unwind, step this left leg back. Coming into goddess, so heels in, toes turned out, and sink it down. Arms are gonna come out in front, bring your palms together. So we're gonna do star arms here. Left arm is gonna lift up, right arm comes back. Come back down, press the palms together. Same thing here, we're staying with the left arm at the top. And bring it down. One more time, lift up, hold it here, press your shoulders back, root your tailbone down. And then keeping your hands here, we're gonna turn your heels behind your toes. Inhale the front arm up, and exhale, fold. Just let your head hang here. And just letting your breath travel the front of your body, the side, the back, and around to the other side. Bring your hands to your hips. Take an inhale as you start to lift your chest up, coming up about halfway. And then exhale. And inhale, rising back up. Keep your hands on your hips and turn your toes towards the top of your mat. Take a step out with that back foot, finding warrior one. So hips square off towards the top of your mat and bend that front knee. And then lift up. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Draw your shoulders down and start to straighten out this front leg. Okay, so we're going to turn our chest towards the front leg. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, folding over that front thigh. For pyramid. And then release your hands, bend that front knee. Lift the back heel and wiggle your toes back as we come into plank. So front leg steps back, lower down as we take a flow. Point your toes back, inhale, lift, and exhale, down dog. And inhaling, stepping to the top of your mat, half lift, and fold in. And then inhale, rising to stand, sweep the arms up, palms together, and down to heart center. Press your thumbs into your chest, and then sink down into chair. So let's add those eagle arms. Arms are going to come out to the front. This time, right arm comes underneath of the left. Okay, lift your elbows up, draw your shoulders back. And then unwind, stepping your right leg back, coming into goddess. Star arms, sink it down. Palms come out in front, bring your palms together. And this time the right arm is going to lift up as you stand, or straighten and lift. Bring your palms together, sink down. Inhale, lift up, and exhale. And then hold this one here. Draw your shoulders back. Take a deep breath. Feel the opening here again of your chest. And then keeping your hands where they are, turning your heels behind your toes so they're parallel to the short edges of your mat. Inhale, front arm lifts up, and exhale, fold. Release any tension through the face. And then bring your hands to your hips. Let's come up halfway. And inhale as you rise all the way back up. Turn your toes towards the top of your mat. Lift that back foot, take a step over to the side of your mat. And we come into or find warrior one. Bending that front knee. Hands to the hips. Draw your elbows back. And then hands behind, interlace. And begin to straighten out that front leg. Maybe just a little bend there. Turn towards the straight leg. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, fold. Maybe lifting your arms away from your back. Feeling that stretch up the hamstring, the calf of that front leg. And then release, bend the front knee, hands come down, walk your back foot back. And let's come into plank. And lower down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg behind. Bend that knee, step it up, finding warrior two. This is just a regular warrior two here, nothing fancy. Reach your arms out. Lift your chest up, guide your tailbone down, and squeeze your butt. And then let's bring the hands to heart center. Turn towards the top of your mat, lift the back heel. Finding warrior three. So back toes are just like a kickstand here. So bring your toes down, but lift your body up. And then start to come forward as you lift that back leg. I'm going to flex my foot, but that really doesn't matter. You can flex your point. And then we're going to draw that knee in and extend it out. You can always come to a wall here if you need to. But squeeze your abs in as you bring that knee in. Okay, hold this one back. Take a breath. And then start to rise up, planting that left foot down. Release your hands down and we take a flow. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, plant your hands, step it back, and lower down. Lift up, up dog or cobra, and down dog. Okay, finding that warrior two on the other side. Inhale, lift the left leg behind. Bend the knee, step it up. Spin the back heel down as you rise up. Front knee to the back arch, and then lift up. Bring your hands to heart center, that warrior three. So spin your hips to the front, lift the back toes, and then take another step up. Right leg is like your kickstand. Start to hinge forward here. If you can, you're gonna lift that back leg up, flex or point, but drawing that right hip down. All right, we're gonna add those knee crunches. So bending, bring the knee in, and push out. Two more. If you lose your balance, don't worry about it. That's what it's all about. It's just practice. One more time. And extend out. Hold here. Start to lift your head up, shoulders, chest and belly, and then bring that right leg down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, plant. Step it back. Hold it here. Okay, so we're going to open into a side plank. Pressure, weight into your right hand. Shift your hips so that your left hip is on top. And then reach your arm up and over. So you can always bring this bottom knee down. Maybe turning to look up. And bring that hand down to a plank. And let's switch to the other side. Reach your arm up and then overhead. So spin your top ribs back, bottom ribs forward. And then coming back to plank, lower your knees down. Push it back into a child's pose. Take about 3 rounds of breath here. And slowly lifting up. Bring your knees in front of your hips, and we're going to lower all the way down onto our belly. So reach your hands back with the palms facing in towards your upper thighs. Rest your forehead down. We're going to lift up into locust here. So take a breath in, lift your head up. Start to lift up your chest, maybe adding your legs here, reaching back through your toes. And exhale, release down. Relax, turn your head to one side, turn your palms to face up. Okay, turning the palms back down, we're going to do that one more time. So reach your fingers down towards your heels. And then inhale, lift the head, shoulders, first couple ribs, and reach back. Keeping your legs engaged here, squeezing your legs, and lower down. Turn your head to the other side. Turn your palms to face up. And then bring your hands, one on top of the other, underneath of your head. Walk your legs out to the sides of your mat or the corners. Relax your shoulders down. Relax your jaw. Just breathing into your lower back. Let your chest melt down towards the ground. Relax your face. And then let's lift up. Bring your hands next to your chest. Walk your feet back in and push up. Okay, so hips are going to stay up as we come into puppy. Let's walk the hands out. Lower the head down. Reach through your shoulders. And again, just melting your chest down, pulling your tailbone up. Tuning into the rise and fall here of your lungs. And then lowering, bringing your forearms down. And let's come to a comfortable seat. So I'm going to grab onto my blanket again if you want to do that. Feel free. All right. Okay, so sitting up tall, let's take a twist. So coming over to the left, right hand reaches over towards your thigh, but today I want you to take your palm and press it down into that thigh instead of grabbing on, and then bring that left hand behind, lift up tall, taking as much breath as you can here before you twist, and then exhale, turning and twisting, pressing down equally through both sits bones. And come back to center. Left hand comes over, press down on that thigh, other arm reaches behind, big breath in, and then exhaling, turning and twisting. And come back to center. Inhale, lift the arms up, and exhale out. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. And then this time we inhale, lift up. We're going to exhale, come forward here. Let your head relax, arms can just relax. Press your hips and your sits bones down and back. And then coming to your fingertips, walking your hands back in towards your legs. And today we're going to end with a mudra. So a mudra is really good to just seal in your practice. Sometimes we do this at the beginning, middle, today we're going to do it at the end. So this is a mudra for, like I was talking about at the beginning, any kind of breathing issues, seasonal allergies, those kind of things. It's to help you breathe a little bit easier. So we're going to take our middle fingers and bend them and bring them together. So maybe your nails are coming together on that hand, and your other fingers are just going to extend up, and you're going to keep your palms separated here. So you can bring that down in your lap if that's more comfortable. You can hold it up by your chest, and just close your eyes. And begin to soften your entire body. And imagining the flow of your breath becoming easier with each breath. Just letting your lungs be clear and calm. And then beginning to deepen, lengthen your exhalation. So inhale and exhale out, seeing if you can do maybe twice as long with that exhale. And breathe in, long exhale out. Let's do one more breath in. Long breath out. And then release that mudra. And maybe just bending and straightening your fingers. Take your hands around your back towards each hip or out by each hip. Lift your chest up. Take a deep breath in. And exhale that breath out. Let's bring our hands to heart center. I want to thank you for joining me for this yoga flow. Namaste. See you next time. Bye.